Hello one and all, my name is Sean Splains and this is Slay the Spire 2. Last time we left off, we had just flown through Act 2 with Conflagration as the Ironclad, and now we're in Act 3 and I anticipate we will continue to fly through this one and beat the test subject, so let's just get into it. Here we have Tanx again, with different options. So we have Sai at the start of your turn, gains 7 block every single turn. This is good when you don't have a lot of block options. Tanx Whistle is an attack that costs 3, does 33 damage and stuns the enemy, and this is the only way in the entire game to stun the enemy. And then Warhammer, whenever you kill an elite, upgrade 4 random cards, which at the moment we don't have a lot of our cards upgraded, so that would be quite beneficial to us. And also I think we have the option to take another 3 elite path. If we do, we don't actually. It's only 2 elite paths, so we could still upgrade 8 cards, I suppose. Yeah, we could upgrade 8 cards. That's fine. So I think as much as this would be a good safe option to get the 7 block at the start of each turn, I'm going to actually take Warhammer and go for the upgrades early on and hit the 2 shops in the middle as well. So I'll go this way. We get our aggression plus, we get our dismantle, so we want to try and kill these 2. We unfortunately don't get the chance to kill both, but we still block the damage that he's doing so we don't lose any max HP. Here we will kill the one in the back, use pommel to see what we draw, and then take some damage. We'll lose a bit of max HP, but that's fine. And do that. First combat down. I'll take an Inflame here for the extra strength it provides. Oh, we get an early mystery treasure just to give us a lantern for more energy. That's nice. Here we can break. We can conflagrate, strike, and Molten Fist. So he's already down to 53 HP in 1 turn. Here I'll dismantle, and then you can Nyal's Fury to get whatever you want back. We'll take break and conflagrate. Since it's the star of the show, we'll finish off with that. We can get another aggression, which will bring 2 cards back into our draw pile. Oh, I think we have to do that. We have to do that. Take the aggression. Pommel. Strike, and then I'll just tremble to make sure the vulnerable stays on this character. As we'll remember, these are the ones that steal your attack and steal your block, dexterity, so we just want to kill them as quickly as possible. I will inflame to get more damage down. And then, was that the good one? That was not the good one. So I'll just taunt this time to get some extra block and again keep the vulnerable on the enemy. I will conflagrate here to kill the first one. Break and dismantle. And here I'll start with Fight Me and then Molten Fist. Here we have Expect to Fight, which I don't think we've seen before. Gain 1 energy for each attack in your hand and you cannot gain additional energy this turn. When upgraded, this goes down to 1, so this is really good to just give you more energy to play all of your cards. And we have Unrelenting, which deals 14 damage, or when upgraded 20 damage, and the next attack you play costs 0, but this costs 2. This is a really good card if you have some high cost attacks in your deck. They both kind of do the same thing, although this attacks and does the same thing, but I'm going to take Expect a Fight here to play along with all of the different attacks that I have. Go into the Mystery. We can give up either Duplicator or Cure-All to get an uncommon power. I think I'll give up Cure-All and I'll take Juggling for an extra attack. I'm just trying to think of where I want to go here. Do I take the shop? Because we've got a shop here. No, I don't think we take the shop. We'll take this and we will upgrade one of the aggressions. So we always get it turn 1. We get Sparkling Rouge, so after our 3rd turn we've got an extra 1 dexterity and strength. Here we have Mecha Knight. I can't remember if we've faced this enemy before off the top of my head, but he's going to deal a lot of damage just now, so we'll focus on getting our powers off. I'll Brand, get rid of the strike, use Nyal's Fury so I can get Brand back, and then use it again. I will use a skill potion to try and get some block in, which we do get a little bit. It's better than nothing. Unfortunately we take a lot of damage there, but it should be okay. Here I can actually get 4 energy from Expect a Fight. Already proven its worth. And here the enemy is going to give us 4 status cards, and then the turn after that is going to buff, and then the turn after that is going to try and do 45 damage. So before that I want to try and kill him. So I'll do that, I'll headbutt to get Brand back. We get another headbutt, which I'm going to do Expect a Fight, because I fully expect I'm going to be able to get more energy. We can. So I'll use Brand to get rid of one of the burns. Then I will use Expect a Fight to get more energy back. I'll Taunt to get rid of one of these artifacts. I'll Twin Strike and strike, then I'll Headbutt and get Brand back again. So here they're going to do 40 damage. Not great, but I will Brand into the Dismantle. I'll Pommel Strike for some damage. Unfortunately that's still not going to work. But we'll just try and offset some of the damage. I'll do some block, I'll do Inflame. Go down to 24. Might seem scary, but I think we'll recover from it pretty well. I'll use Conflagration. I will use Twin Strike, and I'll use another Aggression, so I'll now get 2 cards back into my hand. We get Flash of Steel and we get another Conflagration. So that's the end of that combat. And we get 4 cards upgraded for us. We get Regal Pillow, so that worked out perfectly. And we get the Dominate. We get the Dominate. The game is over. The game is over. So we get the rest. Oh, we really want to rest here, but we really want to upgrade as well. I suppose we've got the Warhammer, so we can rest here, just in case. It's good to try and stay as close to full health as possible. And we have 500 gold to spend here. We also get Royal Stamp. This is an excellent relic to get sometimes. This gives one of your cards Retain and Innate, so it always starts in our first hand, and we get to keep it for whenever we want to use it. So I think I might use this on Dominate, and then I'll keep it for when Molten Strike shows up and I can just get the combo off. It makes it a little bit easier to play that whole setup. The other option is doing something like Flash of Steel, so I always get an extra card, or Taunt, so I can get vulnerable on the enemy early and get some guaranteed block. But I think for the sake of the combo, I want to do it on Dominate. Here I'll also pick up a Hidden Gem because it gives you the replay, and if I get this on certain cards in my deck, it's going to explode. And here I'll just remove a Defend. So that's us used up pretty much all the gold. We have the option to get another Tremble, which could pair well with Dominate, but it's just another card to fill out my deck. I don't really want to risk that. We're so close to the end, there's no point losing it all to a gimmick. So turn 1, unfortunately we do have so many innate cards that this is pretty much going to be our opening hand, like in the final combat as well, but we should be okay. We'll just play all of these, we'll keep a hold of this, and we can't use Brand just now. That would have been really funny if I misclicked there. Unfortunately with this combat, I have to use this right now. So it's not worked for this combat specifically, but it will work in future. Here I am going to Expect a Fight to get some more stuff. I can see if I pull break with Shrug It Off. We do not pull break with Shrug It Off. That's fine. So I will use Dominate on the middle character to give me 2 strength. And then I will use Duplicator on Conflagrate to do a lot of damage to all of the enemies, which kills the middle guy. And then I will use Molten Strike, take 4 damage. We get the Conflagrate back and we win. We get the Dominate upgrade, which is really good. The Dominate upgrade here, we want to take Rage, I think, because we don't actually have a lot of block options, but this is a really solid way to get block since we're attacking all the time, and we've seen the other cards before. I'm going to take Rage. Here we have this guy. We've seen him once before, but again, he was really easy to beat then, and I think he's going to be really easy to beat now. I'll take Juggling, and again, I don't know if I need to wait to pull off this combo really well against this character, so I'll just use it now. And we do get the break this time. Instantly punished. So I'll just break into this guy. I will Nyal's Fury to get break and Flash of Steel back and defend, why not? Then I'll expect a fight to get 4 energy back, break again and Nyal's Fury. Here we can do Uppercut or Twin Strike or Anger. Uppercut's not actually a bad idea because we don't have any way to cycle Weak at the moment, and Weak is really good against this final boss. As much as we already have a lot of cards now, I think I'll just take the Uppercut. And instead of taking the heal, I will probably take the Uppercut upgrade since it gives an extra Weak. And now we're into the final combat already, as simple as that. So here we'll start with, we actually get break turn 1 as well. So we'll use the aggression. And here we've got a difficult choice to make because, well, since we're keeping this anyway, it doesn't matter as much, does it? It just means we're going to lose a turn of the vulnerable, so we're going to lose 1 strength. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll play juggling, we'll play aggression, we'll play break. I will pop the liquid bronze potion so that we're dealing 6 thorns damage back. We get the break back again because of aggression. So here, the only thing is, oh no, he just survives, okay, I was worried that that wasn't going to work out, okay. So I'll Hidden Gem, which is going to apply to Flash of Steel, which is really good. I'll break, so he goes down to 4 HP, then I'll do Dominate, which is going to give me 16 strength, and then we'll finish him off. As much as he loses all that vulnerable, we keep the 16 strength. So now this is doing 19 damage times 5. This has been a great run. This has been an excellent run. So we'll Flash of Steel. Technically, since it replayed and played 3 times, because of juggling, we get it back again. So now it's going to replay again. I will just hit him with Conflagration. I mean, I've got no way to retain it, so we'll just hit him. And then we'll just use this again. Unfortunately, I can't play Fight Me to get even more strength. That's a shame. But we're already into phase 3. We've got 17 strength, we get Fight Me back. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, that would be so high risk though. I'll play... I don't need to do that, do I? I don't need to. I'll play Flash of Steel again, so that I can get... Here we go, we get Rage, and then we can Flash Steel again, we'll get 15 block from that. I can Brand into a Defend to give me even more strength. I can... Nyal's Fury into Flash of Steel to give me more block so that I survive the turn. And we still have 1 energy, so I would like to get more vulnerable on the enemy. So I'll get the vulnerable and we'll Flash of Steel. So now we block the entire damage. And we get Conflagration back, which is up at 26 times 5, or 39 times 5. That's how you do it. And then we Flash of Steel with a replay. And that was a very quick Act 3. Went by in a flash. Got to showcase a couple of things. Conflagration was in fact the star of the show for me. The fact that it hits all enemies, and then we managed to get the Momentum, which is an excellent enchantment that allows it to do 5 more damage every single time you draw it, pairing that up with the Headbutt and also pairing it up with Aggression, how good a power that is, bringing the attacks back into your card, into your hand every turn. And then in the end we managed to showcase a little bit of how good Hidden Gem is. The fact that that applied itself to, where is it, Flash of Steel, allowing us to get damage off consistently, draw more cards, get through the deck, and because of Rage we managed to get extra block every single turn so we didn't take basically any damage. This was a really good example of a high impact, fast paced build, and I really hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did because I was having a great time there. This is the beauty of the game where you just find a build that seems impossible to lose with and it can just be so intense. One run under 50 minutes, we got the speedy little badge as well, which is cool. We got all these different things. So I'm going to quickly go through the epochs and then we'll call it a day there. So we've got 3 waiting for us. Magnum Opus. The ancient trees are not all the same. Each individual tree is shaped by its surroundings. Some are stout and bushy, whilst others gnarled and knotted. When fully mature, a manifestation of its immense power is born within, an ancient. This is given as Book of 5 Rings, a relic that every 5 cards you add to your deck you heal 20 HP. Ice Cream, energy is now conserved between turns. This is one of my favourite relics in the game. And then Kusarigama, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deals 6 damage to a random enemy. Typically I'm not a huge fan of this, but that would have been really awesome in our last run. Next we have encounter all other ancients to reveal Darv. Spire's opened, eh? More treasures for my collection. Darv smelled riches in the air and entered the spire on his trusty steed. So this is another ancient who's going to start showing up on either floor 2 or floor 3, or act 2 and act 3, sorry. And he has a lot of the boss relics, quote unquote, from Slay the Spire 1. So if you're familiar with those, you already know what's coming. If you're not familiar with those, look forward to it. Here we have my face, the Ironclad. The Spire was mine to rule, but the architect lives again. Look what he's done to my face. The demon throws a massive fit, smashing his chamber and setting all manner of things on fire. My death puppet, brandish my power and kill again. Kill the architect. And here we unlock Bloodwall, a card that gives us 16 block, but we lose 2 HP. Tear Asunder, deal 5 damage, hits an additional time for each time you've lost HP this combat. And Inferno, at the start of your turn lose 1 HP. Whenever you lose HP on your turn, deal 6 damage to all enemies. In the original game, this used to be you would just lose 1 and at the start of the next turn you would deal damage, I believe. Whereas now it's every time you force yourself to lose HP. So if you use 2 Blood Walls, you're going to do 6 damage twice to all enemies. So this is a really good power if you've got a self-damaging build. And that's all we have time for today, but I really hope everyone had a great time, the same as me. If there was anything that was maybe a bit too fast-paced or anything like that, please let me know, but I'm going to continue to try and go at this pace from now on and just keep it as sharp and incisive and informative as possible. But anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll let everyone get back to their day. I've left up here the playlist for the rest of the series, as usual. Hopefully you'll drop a subscribe if you're feeling like it, and maybe even a little like. But apart from that, I have been Sean Splains, this is Slay the Spire 2, and I'll see you in the next one for The Silent.